Hey guys, so welcome to another video. This is going to be a video that I wasn't really expecting to make, but pretty much the situation has come to where this is happening. So as you can see, this is my 2021 Honda Civic Type R Limited Edition. Today's actually the day that it is being sold and it's going to a new home. So I wasn't expecting to actually sell the car. My original plan was to basically buy the car, enjoy it for a few years, and then maybe sell it down the road with the thinking that, okay, since it's a FK8, it's the last of the FK8, it's a limited edition, there's only 100 examples here within Canada, so I wouldn't be losing out on basically any of my original purchase price. So I thought this was a relatively wise decision to get into. I really enjoy the FK8 platform from the exposure that I had before, so that's why I got the car. If we kind of flip to the car itself, so as you can see, it is this beautiful Phoenix yellow color that I've grown to really love. I actually kind of mentioned it before. I joked with a friend who had an FK8 at the time. If they ever came out with a Phoenix yellow example, that's when I would consider buying an FK8. Lo and behold, that happened with the announcement of the limited edition, and I was lucky enough to get an allocation. And here we are. So why am I selling the car? There's probably a couple of things. The main thing for me is that, as you all know, I also have this guy here, my 2004 Honda S2000. And both of these cars I've been treating just as purely summer cars due to the rarity of this, and then it being also a relatively high horsepower front wheel drive car. I knew I didn't really want to winter drive it, so it wasn't going to be an all year round daily. But I bought the car because it was a special example and I really wanted to kind of have that ownership experience. Since owning this car, I've driven it about 2,100 kilometers, so I want to say roughly 1,400 miles for those in the US. Also, obviously not a ton of exposure. I never got the chance to actually track the car, which is something that I really wanted to do, but a recent opportunity basically came up. And I wanted to free up some cash, so this had to go. I put it up for what I thought was a relatively fair price. For those of you that don't know, when I bought the car, I had to ship directly to my friend's shop to get the entire car wrapped in Expel Ultimate paint protective film, and also some of the points in the interior just to basically protect it. And you can see here I had basically a set of Titan 7 TS5 wheels on Michelin Pilot all-season 4s. These are obviously a much more dailyable tire compared to the Michelin Cup 2s, which originally come on the car with these BBS wheels. So all intentions for me were to have this car set up to be a summer daily driver. But obviously needed to free up some cash, so I put this car up for sale. For those that are curious, I did end up selling this car for $70,000. So here in Canada, after taxes, the car was a little under 60 grand. And then obviously with the additions, etc., kind of thought I wanted to essentially get what I paid into the car, which I thought was relatively fair, given that there's other examples that are being sold basically directly delivered to their owner, and people are asking upwards of 75, 85, I've even seen as high as $100,000 for these cars. I don't know if anyone's paying those prices, hopefully not, but who knows. So I thought my asking price was fair. Basically this car is set up to be a driver with the extended warranty and everything as well. So I think the new owner is really excited about the car, and they'll cherish it and drive it and enjoy it for years to come. So yeah, so that's why the Civic is ultimately leaving the garage. I haven't made a final decision yet on if I'm going to be replacing the Civic, or recently I had an opportunity to potentially invest a bunch of, I guess investing is a strange word, but put a bunch of money into the S2000 to essentially build my Ultimate S2000. As those of you know, this S2000 is relatively simple so far. It has KWV3 coilovers, wheels and tires, a Brid bucket seat and rail, and that's pretty much it right now. I do have a few other things to go on the car. Those will be future videos, But yeah, so I kind of wanted to make this quick little video on the reasons why I'm selling this car and why you'll no longer be seeing any content about it. I was kind of, I guess, sad that I'm not going to be able to track the car or go further into the ownership details, but there was a lot of research and stuff behind it. Obviously, with this being the limited edition, I think it was like a year and 3 months or something like that from when I first placed the order until I actually received the car. So there was tons of time for me to research and find anything. I think at the end of the day, I really love the FK8 platform and what Honda did. I think it's one of the best new hot hatches that you can buy. I think a lot of people give it flack for being front wheel drive and the styling's too loud. I personally love the styling. I love that it's kind of almost like a factory, I guess, hopped up car. Like I love the aggressiveness of it. Obviously I can see how it can be polarizing as well too, and I don't care that it's front wheel drive. The car drives phenomenally well. I just always felt more inclined to take the S2000 between these two. So I think maybe it's just the raw feeling of the S2000 that I prefer more. It is definitely nice having a newer car with, you know, safety amenities and things like wireless charging and stuff like that. But I think as overall driving experience, I do still prefer the S2000, and I never really, I guess, fell in love with the FK8. So ultimately that's why I'm deciding to let it go. But yeah, so I mean, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. But yeah, ultimately this is going to be the end of any FK8 related content unless I happen to get another one down in the future, which I wouldn't mind. I think it's a great dailyable car, but I think just the fact that this is a rare limited edition, it kind of limits me in terms of what I want to do with the car in terms of modifications. And I honestly, it sounds silly, but I get stressed out driving it just because I think, oh, what if someone hits me, etc. People always say that's what insurance is for, but ultimately the car this special, I think it just deserves to go to a better home. So that's why I'm ultimately letting it go. But yeah, so sorry if this is the end of FK8 stuff for those of you that followed me for that reason. But hopefully you enjoyed, you know, the couple of videos that I've made about this car. And yeah, I guess we'll kind of see if I happen to own another one in the future, which I may or I may not. So, and I guess kind of related to my decision that I was foreshadowing, if I make a decision to buy another car, I think that'll be a pretty exciting and special move. So we'll see what happens. I'm still kind of deciding which route that I want to take. But yeah, thanks for watching this little quick video. Sorry if it's the bearer of bad news, but look forward to obviously more content on the S2000 and possibly different content coming in the future as well too. But yeah, so like I said, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Feel free to like this video and subscribe for more content as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.